Welcome back, Taffers, and welcome back to this finale of Thief Gold. Now, to be totally transparent, I just did all this, and I forgot to hit the record button on the microphone. Awesome. And so this is just a voiceover of what I just spent the last few minutes playing. But this is it. This is the last mission. And we're going to see how Garrett and the Hammers work together after that last mission to bring down the Trickster. Alright, so we're going to load up the last mission into the Maw of Chaos. And then we're going to hit restart.
This is it. The Hammers say they've received word that Constantine's descended into his realm to perform a ritual with the eye. The Hammers have built me a booby-trapped counterfeit eye. If I can swap it for the real thing, it should cause him some trouble. If he doesn't notice me. I've never robbed a god before. It'd be a challenge.
Alright, so our objectives, we need to go after Constantine into the Maw of Chaos. We need to swap the eye with the fake eye from the Hammerites, and we need to stop the beasts that are coming through the portal by closing the portal. Which means we need one of each of the elemental arrows. We need like one water arrow, fire arrow, moss arrow, gas arrow. And that's all we start with, but we'll pick up a lot on the way. And that little portal right there is how they're getting to our world. How we got here is a mystery. Although that gets addressed in Thief 2. Right up here through the tunnel, take a right into these purple caves. And you want to weave your way through these purple caves because there are gas arrows in them. You want to stay off that yellowy path that the creatures are on because it's loud like marble. And yeah, you just want to stay off those as much as possible. There's two ways you can play this level. One of them is you can just sprint all the way through. And I've done that with the audio turned off while I was talking to my sister on the phone. And I did it in 19 minutes. Didn't die, made it all the way through. Or you could be a little more cautious like I'm going to do in this video and still complete it in under 30 minutes. But basically you want to look on the sides for the little purple caves, because that's where you want to go. And if you get in trouble, just run. Like right now. Just run, Forrest. Run! Pick up those gas arrows. And again, I'm just running. If you get in a pickle, then use them. Right now I'm okay. The bug guy's getting close. I could probably take him out, but I'm just going to run past him. Ooh, it's getting close. It's getting close. I probably would have taken him out with a gas arrow had I been thinking straight. ultimately we're just going to go downward. This level is super, super linear. And most of the time, you're just heading down. It's very difficult to get lost, even for me, which is saying a lot. So we're just going to head down some more. You want to watch out for these big drop-offs. Sometimes you'll run into some monster beasts coming down these stairs. Like this. And I'm not gonna risk trying to get around him. The passage on the right goes nowhere. It just gives you a view of the lava and stuff. And so you want to go back and take the passage on the left, where the bug guy was coming from. And over on the left are some little cliffs that we can drop down onto, like that, and that, and then sometimes you can see the bug guys floating by, or the beasts floating by, and they land up there. There's the lava waterfall. We're going to drop down right in front of it, and continue downward. There's a bubble with a beast person, bug guy. I think you can break them if you want to with arrows. I'm not going to waste the arrows to do it. You don't gain anything from it. These blue crystals are very, very deadly if you touch them, so don't touch them. And so I crouch. That gives you a little more control. And this white stuff is ice. And so you aren't in total control of your momentum here. But you want to pick up as many water arrows as you can without touching the blue crystals. If you get stuck and you can't go uphill, stand up so you can get some momentum and then crouch back down. But you're going to need the water arrows up ahead in a little bit, so get as many as you can. Now there's one down there next to those blue crystals, but you can also see there's two frogs. That's actually the third. I find it very hard to get that crystal without running into the big blue ones. I'm sorry, get the water without running into the blue crystals or getting mobbed by the frogs. So I've just been ignoring that water arrow and running past the frogs. If you run and don't stop, you'll avoid the frogs. If you fancy yourself a sharpshooter, well, crouch, go backwards right here. You want to hit backwards.
Let's not try that again.
You want to hit backwards before you go all the way down. About halfway, start hitting backwards so you don't face plant into these blue crystals. And then just use left and right as you descend. Get your water arrows ready. This is why you need them. And, you know, don't do what I did and miss. Took some damage. I've got one left, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to save it. Just keep moving. There's some fire arrows right next to the lava. Again, just keep moving. Off to the right is a tiny little passage. Just keep running. We will be able to help our health in a minute. That's another cliff. So take a left, another left. And then up here on the left, you'll see a little pool of lava, and there's some fire arrows here. We're going to pick those up. I don't think I ever used them in this mission, but you can. Well, I'd say I used one. Here's another big drop off. Crouch and hit backwards, but this time you want to go to the right hand side. Don't go all the way down. You want to take this little stone path across the ice. You can pick up another fire arrow, go back, and then go to the left. Take the stone path to the left where we can pick up some fruit, and that will increase our health. We have no health potions, but this will work. Eat a couple of those. Right, we need to get back on the ice, but not from here because it's too far down. So we need to go pretty much all the way back up, past the little bridge, right up here where it meets the ice, and now we're going to slide down. Again, crouching and going backwards and left and right at the same time to sort of navigate. Alright, and see the big blue thing with the spikes? That's important. We're going to get inside there. But remember, touching the blue stuff will kill you. So we're going to use the water to get there. So as much as you can, keep your head above water. Because there's going to be parts where you might drown and take some water damage. Water damage? Health damage, whatever. There's a little pit stop here. There's nothing in here, but you can take a little rest if you want. When I get in the water, I don't just let the current take me. I'm pushing forward to try to move with the current, because you're going to be hurting for air. Kind of had to flip over right there. And up here on the left somewhere is another little air pocket, but it's very, very narrow. And I usually take some health damage before I can get there. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna hit right at the edge. And see, I took some damage. Eat some fruit. Down there is where we were a minute ago. And then back into the water. And again, I'm trying to go forward with the direction of the water flow. Okay, below us, look for the big blue thing. We want to drop out of the water and free fall into the big hole there and not hit the blue sides like that. If you hit the side, you're dead. Make sure you save before you do that. And if you do it successfully, save afterwards. Alright, so now we come up to the ginormous tree, and we should encounter a couple of rat men. And we're just going to knock them out and get them out of our way.
That's big.
Oh, sorry. I interrupted Garrett talking about how big the tree was. The second rat man is normally right behind the first. And I didn't know where he was. We actually want to go into the tree. Right there. It's full of spiders. So we'll deal with them in a minute. But I don't want to do that unless I know the rat man is not going to come around the corner and blindside me while I'm trying to deal with the spiders. So I'm going to go after the rat man. And if you just stay near the edges, that's where it's the darkest. Maybe that's obvious. And there he is. There's 2 Ratmen. Right, so we're going to go back to the opening. We should have plenty of time to get past the spiders before he gets here. Run up into the opening, and there's some shadow right inside. And now you can pick them off with broad-haired arrows. And it's a lot easier of a shot, as he says as he misses. There are 2 or 3 pieces of fruit in here. I hear the Ratman coming, but the fruit is more important. There's a piece right there. And another one. And then there's one at the bottom of all the magic sparkles. The magic sparkles are a ladder. Just jump on it like you would any other ladder. There's a red spider up here. Sometimes he will alert on you immediately. Sometimes he won't. But you would kill him just like any other spider. You may just have to dodge webbing and dodge the magic bullets that he shoots out while you're doing it. I got lucky and he didn't shoot back. The path here isn't obvious, but you want to go that way. There's a big opening across from the ladder, the magic ladder. It's kind of camouflaged when you get close. Kind of climb up and go off to the right. And before you get to these giant blue crystals, there's going to be a red spider right in front of us. Take him out. And then there's a whole bunch of spiders in this next room. And I'm not going to waste my arrows on them. I'm just going to run past them. The exit we want is up a couple levels and to the right. Yeah, see, he's after me, but that's fine. Just moving. Go across the magic bridge.
Interesting.
And they generally don't follow you across. Although the red guys can get up there and they will shoot at you from across there. Now this hallway with the purple lights is trapped. And you can zigzag back and forth through the shadows. But that takes a lot of time. I just run straight across. And when you cross into the light, it triggers those purple things to shoot magic bullets. But if you just run and don't stop, they shouldn't hit you. They should miss you completely. Occasionally, if a Ratman is up here, I will lure him up in the air and let those bullets hit him. But there's two Ratmen in this area. You see that one. He's getting away. We'll catch him. We'll just go after his friend instead. And now it's been payback time for all that grief and the level escape. We're gonna throw the Ratman into the lava. I don't know where his friend's at. It's up here somewhere. Here he comes. And it's really dark here, so it's easy to hide. And I want the satisfaction of this right here. Right up here, go carefully, because you've got to jump across. this gap. There's a gap right here you want to jump across. I got super lucky. I missed the jump button. And I hit it too late, so I didn't jump, and I just fell off. But since I was holding the jump button, I grabbed the other side and climbed up. So I got really, really, really lucky just then. Alright, this is pretty straightforward. Just go around the edge. May or may not be another rat man in there. It's still pretty dark, so you can take care of him if there is. And we just want to go down. That goes nowhere up there. So we'll just continue going downward. And now we're going to...
let's just disable that portal and give the hammers a fighting chance.
Okay, so we're going to do what he just said. We're going to disable this portal. And what you want to do, you have the 4 elements represented with gas over here, fire, earth, and the blue is water. And we want to hit them with their opposite. So like the fire you want to hit with water, the water you want to hit with the fire arrow. And so I think we'll just start with water. You got to get kind of close though with the water and aim at the big fire blob with a water arrow. And there we did. We took out part of it. And we can take out the water with a fire arrow. And remember, they fly straight, so we can do that from a distance. Alright, now this one's not quite as obvious, but the earth you can take out with a gas arrow. Feel free to knock out those guys if you want to. They can't really hurt you from here, except for the shooting of bugs. We got to get close with the moss arrow, and you want to aim high. But there we go. We've shut down the portal. So we've destroyed the portal. We've completed one of the objectives. And believe it or not, we're really close to finishing the game. Alright, grab a vine, any vine, and climb up and over. We've located Constantine, which is kind of funny because you don't know it yet, but you've located it. When you come down here, just go off to the sides as quickly as possible. You do not want to get spotted by Constantine.
Storm black and blow, swirly gust, rain winds flow, pushing dust, storm clouds grow, doxy clouds, lightning throw, misty shrouds, freezy snow. Call the storm, call the gray, brings thee forth world's old way.
Okay, there's a couple ways that you can do this. The way I choose, I call it the lazy way. The easy way, you need at least 2 moss arrows. Drop one between the ground and that first little short crystal, and the other between the short crystal and the pedestal. Run up here, and you just right click on the eye, and that swaps them automatically. And then come back over here and hide. That's the easy way. I think the level designers intended for you to sneak around the edges when he has his back turned, and you can climb up to a second level back on the far side of this room, and then drop down Mission Impossible style and swap out the eye that way. And I've done it that way, but you the risk of getting caught by Constantine is too great, because he will kill you right away, and he doesn't have to be anywhere near you. He doesn't have a ranged attack. It's just once he's alerted to you, you just immediately start taking damage, and in a second or two you're dead. So you can't really get away or anything. And you certainly can't knock him out or anything like that. That will not work. If you try, it'll just alert him, and then you'll be dead. Now we need to just wait for him to finish his ritual of trying to bring an end to technology, the little that there is, and return everything back to the very basics of nature and wild living.
Stay inside, fear the night, call the dark, call the black, brings it forth, I call it back.
If you don't have 2 moss arrows, you can do it without them. You just have to creep across that red area very, very slowly when he has his back turned. I'm going to scoot a little out of the way so I don't get seen. And then, he doesn't say anything there, I guess. Anyway, you can creep across that red stuff as long as you go very, very slow. But you don't have a lot of time to do it because you got to creep out there, swap them, creep back. So make sure that you have a couple of moss arrows, or at least one. So here we go. He's going to use the fake eye.
Open for me.
The booby-trapped one.
Open my way. Open the path. Open for me. Open.
And that's it. Congratulations. You just beat Thief Gold. So we'll check the stats. 25 minutes, which is fair. There's no loot. Got some knockouts and stuff. Alright, let's continue on to the final cutscene. Which is pretty good.
So you think you've won?
I think I've got my eye back.
Yet still, you are blind.
If you hadn't noticed, I just saved the world, yourself included.
As we knew you would, as it had to be.
Now I remember why I left the Keepers.
And I remember why we let you go.
What do you want from me? Have you come to congratulate me? Welcome me back to the fold?
Very well. I will speak my piece plainly. You have accomplished that which was written, and yes, you've done it well. But there is no place for you with us any longer. Yet you will have a great need of us, and soon.
I don't think so. I'm through with heroics. And with your kind as well.
You cannot run from life as you did from us, Garrett. Life has a way of finding you, no matter how artistic a sneak you are. Listen, there is a book that you were not made aware of. I am here to tell you that it would be wise for you to read it now, if you can still read hieroglyphs.
I do try to forget, but you keepers leave them everywhere for me.
Yes, you have more friends than you know.
Tell my friends that I don't need their secret book, or their glyph warnings, or their messengers. Tell them I'm through. Tell them it's over. Tell them Garrett is done.
I will tell them this. Nothing has changed. All is as it was written. The trickster is dead. Beware the dawn of the Metal Age.
I love that the ending perfectly sets up Thief 2, the Metal Age. You get to see Garrett has a mechanical eye now, in place of the one that he lost to Constantine. And you see his attitude that he did not like being a puppet or pawn of the trickster, and he did not like being a pawn of the keepers. So even as Garrett walks away and says, "I'm done," his friend is still there saying, "It doesn't matter. Your destiny is written, the Metal Age is coming, and your destiny is intertwined with this Metal Age." Anyway, in my opinion, Thief 2 is the best out of the series, which begs the question, am I going to do a Let's Play Thief 2 series? Unlikely. As much as I love the game, I'll probably play the game. But doing this on a weekly basis is a lot of work for me. It's a major inconvenience for my family, who has to kind of tiptoe and be quiet around me, and while I do this stuff. And it's just more work than I want to do, to be honest with you. The levels in Thief 2 are really, really big. Like the Opera House big. And so the runtime for those videos will be a lot longer. The final mission on expert level easily would take 3 hours. It is amazingly humongous. But it's an excellent game. Story's a little bit weaker, but the missions are superb. But I think that's going to be it. And if you're still watching this, thank you so much for watching my videos, for going on this journey with me as I relive this classic game that I like so much. And again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again sometime in the future, probably with a review of this game. And until then, go have some fun, and I will catch you next time.